what to look for in a potential life and soulmate. Well, I don't know about you, but these are the qualities I look for in a soulmate for life. Someone that you want to marry, someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, somebody who can go that distance. Gosh, they might not be there for all of your life, but they can certainly go the distance. And these are the qualities that I look for, and maybe you will too now. Number 1, trust. Yeah, both of you should trust each other implicitly with your lives. You really should. Trust is the foundation of any happy and loving relationship. You trust this other person just as much as they trust you. Number 2, loyalty and commitment. Trust is built on a foundation of loyalty and commitment between two people. Some people seem to get married with the concept that if I don't like it, I'll just sleep around and get divorced and cheat. No. This is a recipe for disaster in any marriage or a relationship. Marriage is about commitment to one another, the other person that you're absolutely, no question, deeply in love with. Your heart should flutter with love and sheer joy when you hear their voice or their name called, or the touch of them in your presence. Other wonderful qualities include compatibility, chemistry, commitment, communication, comfort, caring attitudes, giving attitudes, flexibility, willingness to listen, desire for romance, absolute honesty, open channels of communication, faithfulness, sense of humor, confidential, trusting, supportive, dedicated, spontaneity, independent while dependent. Can you think of anything else? How much more could you describe the one for you? That's what we're talking about here. Anything less, or beneath, below, anything less than these qualities, forget it. They're not meant to be. Also, it is important to have these things on your list too when you marry. And I call them the 5 Lees, pronounced Lees, L-E-E-S, but they actually end in L-Y. Emotionally, financially, physically, geographically, spiritually. So let's check this out. When it comes to the 5 Lees that we're looking for in character and quality of a person, number 1, you should be emotionally ready to marry. Have you experienced enough life and love to know who you really are, or what you really want out of life for yourself and for your mate? I love the idea of taking my time to find that special someone. I want to learn the lessons of what I like and what I don't like about both of us, what I need and what I don't need, what turns me off and what turns me on. Don't find this out the hard way when you get married, afterwards. Do your homework before on yourself and the other person. Don't take chances, and see how much time and money and embarrassment you can incur when you don't try the latter. This is easily found out by waiting, watching, learning, experimenting, growing as an adult and as a human being with someone you're dating. Are you itching to have kids or find security? All the more reasons to continue reading this list of Lees. So let's continue. Number 2, you should be financially ready. Weddings are expensive, and you deserve the best one in town. Sure, the parents might pay for it, but don't you have any pride and wish to contribute anything to the bill? Maybe you do. Maybe the daughter's father or family pays for the wedding. Yeah, I get it. It is your wedding after all. Children, if you plan to have them, or have them now, require a lot financially as well. Take care of yourself and your children, plan and prepare for them. Financial worries and stress can take out all the fun of wanting to have children and starting a new family. Money, 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 money. Prepare financially for this event and the events months and years after you get married, for children or your education, maybe job advancement, perhaps a new job, period, to begin with. Either way, we got to plan financially ahead of time going into the marriage. So financially, let's get our credit fixed, Let's take care of some debts, some bills. Let's get squared away before we enter into this new relationship with this other person. Number 3, you should be physically ready. Both of you should be as vibrant and as healthy as possible. At that stage of your life, when you're getting married, when you pair up with someone, hopefully for the rest of your life, you want to be able to give them your all. And to do this, you kind of got to be physically fit and at your best. This includes your physical and mental health. Healthy bodies make for healthy marriages, for the most part. Who wants to be sick and always away from someone that they love? They're in bed, sick, or they're not feeling well, coughing up a lung. Not me. I want to be available all the time to the one I love. My health is a top priority. I would never not be by her side. I also wish that her health be vibrant as well, full of sunshine and life. Living is what we're doing on this planet. So let's think life. Let's think health. Together, we help each other. We can also approach this area together. Work out together, run together, swim together, walk together, sweat together, shower together. It just goes on. Live life passionately together because you're physically as fit as possible. Number 4, one should consider your lives geographically. I know this can be a stretch, word-wise, but it's true. Follow me here for a minute. If my job takes me far away from the one I love for numerous extended periods of time, how does it enrich our love life? Think again. Distance does not always make the heart grow fonder. It does when the trips are brief, but as the other saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. Super extended periods of time away do not fare well for the two romantics in love. And didn't you get married to be together? Stay close to home as often as possible, or travel together if you can. Shucks, that's why you got together in the first place, to be close and spend quality time together as often as possible. And number 5, this is ultimately the highest of priorities. The two of you should be spiritually committed from the heart. Are you spiritually compatible? Are your hearts in the same kind of alignment of inner connection? What role do your values and beliefs play in your relationship? This is a key element for a happy and healthy marriage. Beyond geography, emotional, and money, and financial, and physical importance, I truly believe it is important for the two of you to be able to connect on, sort of a religious or spiritual level, because that's the higher up. It overcomes all the fleshly, lustful desires and all the physical, the stuff that comes with the flesh, anger and lust and hunger and selfishness. Spirituality is sort of a higher love, and I might refer to it as a soul connection. Spirituality and togetherness transcends all that exists on this frail earth of ours. I mean, if my loved one was physically injured or experienced a financial setback of some kind, lost their job, got scammed by somebody on the outside, and we lost all our money. A strong spiritual connection can pull you through almost the worst of times. Spirituality can be attained perhaps through a church you both attend, or through other religious studies or interests, or just taking time to be with one another, in sort of that quiet state, like, hey, let's just be together. Enlightenment, when shared with your soulmate, can be one of the greatest connections ever achieved between two people, beyond physical connections. And by the way, when you connect to someone special, physically, you can look into their eyes and also achieve a certain select elements of spiritual connections as well, which is pretty cool. You might spiritualize every time you connect physically because there's something going on. There's that bond, that pull that you have together. That is a little beyond physical. Granted, it is. But what's going on in your heads and in your hearts? When you connect to that higher source of living energy and power, the two of you truly become that one force of love and life and longevity. Seek that power, seek that feeling, that mental state within yourself and together. Nurture it, cultivate it, feed it, live through it until death do you part. Now, the greatest thing about what I've just said here is that you can apply bits and pieces of what I have shared with you in your own situation, whether you're just married, you've been married for some time, you're planning to get married, or you're looking to marry one day. Because having this mindset of these lees, as I say, there are these 6 steps for preparing for a great marriage. Both of you should be ready in all of these categories. Discuss them openly or be thinking about them a lot. I've been thinking about these lees, as I call them, for a long time, and they will govern how I live my life with this significant other. Ask each other, are you or are we, are we emotionally ready for marriage, children, starting a family, living a life together forever, as long as we can, till death do us part. Marriage is a very impassioned relationship with its ups and downs. But are we emotionally ready? Think so. Hold my hand. Let's jump. Financially, are we ready to support ourselves, being prepared for emergency expenses that pop up from time to time? They do, and when you least expect them. Financially, how are we doing? And do we have a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year plan to make money, make more money, scale that money, create our own retirement nest egg? We don't want to lean on social insecurity. You know what I'm talking about. So financially, are we ready to get married? Spiritually, are we ready to share each other's life? Whether you believe in God, Buddha, or some other higher power, your spirituality should be grounded in gratitude for having found the one for you and pledging your eternal love and loyalty to each other. Mentally, ready to move forward towards what? A family, occupational success, more togetherness? Are you both mentally mature, or do either of you still act young and immature and inexperienced adults? You be the judge of that one. But the point is, are you mentally ready? This is a big step. Are you ready? Geographically, are you ready to live in your hometown or where you're at, your home state? Do you want to move? Geographically speaking, where would make you two the happiest to live? Think about that. And then what do you want to live in? Studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to get a tiny house? Do you want to get an RV? Do you want to live in a van? What's going on? And then physically, are you ready? Do either of you have a life-threatening illness? Are you healthy? Have you seen the doctor? Have you been checked out? Are you ready for adversity the minute you marry, where one of you gets sick and is in the hospital long term? Yikes. It can happen. What will you do? Will a major handicap or an existing debilitating disease prevent you from growing your relationship into a long-lasting, loving marriage? These challenges will test your resolve, but they will not defeat you. Trust that this will strengthen you. So as you can see, going into marriage, being emotionally ready, financially, spiritually, mentally, geographically, physically, it's important. How do you rate yourself in these categories? Be honest and talk about it with the one you love. And take action where both of you think, let's work on this. Let's spend a little time, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, 6 months. Yeah, let's get our finances in order. Hey, let's get in great shape. I want to look great for the wedding. Yeah, whatever it takes. Talk about it and take action. You're about to get married.